Hello and welcome, you guys. It's me, Brian Butterbee, here for another comic report. Comic report, doing the things that comics can report. Hello and welcome to another comic report with your host, Brian Butterbee. Today I have a very special episode for you. I am interviewing a brand new comic book artist. Well, he's probably new to you. He's not new to me. I've always followed some of his comics and his comic writings, and his name is Jon Paul Jones. And he started a Kickstarter for his brand new comic book, Girl vs. Girl. I have some of the preliminary artwork for his amazing comic book. I will put some screen grabs in this video, on this video to follow. Fantastic. I just have some questions so that people who might be interested in your Kickstarter, who might want to donate to your Kickstarter, can find out if that's something they want to do. So my first question, Jon Paul, is what inspires you? Well, let me see here. What inspires me? I've been an avid comic book artist and writer for as long as I can remember, actually. Probably dates back to high school. I love all sorts of comic books, from mainstream, you know, Batman, the X-Men are some of my favorites, to even like more independent, like Strangers in Paradise, Bone. I've always enjoyed comic meets realism. I feel like you can really play with people's emotions. What I really want to know, though, is what do the fans get? If I were to donate my hard-earned allowance that my parents give me on a weekly basis, I only get $10. What would I receive for my donation? What do fans get? Well, this one I'm really excited about. I think that the fans will be super excited as well. There's different levels that you can donate. Prizes range from just the first 2 issues of Girl vs. Girl once they're bound and perfected. You can win a poster, a full-size poster, like a big one, with the Girl vs. Girl, first cover, maybe second cover, I haven't decided. There's alternative covers. My friend, she's an amazing artist. She's going to do an alternative cover. There's foil covers, signed. You can get your name in the book. It's really exciting, and it's just a great way for me to give back because the support I really, really appreciate. I couldn't do this without Kickstarter. Wow, those sound like some great prizes. I really wish that I had more than $10 so I could get some of the variant covers and maybe even a poster. So, I've seen some of the artwork and I've read a few of the pages, but tell us a little bit more. What is Girl vs. Girl? This idea of these 2 girls still in high school who have a dynamic where they just absolutely can't stand each other in real life, and when they find out that the other is also a superhero, they have to either put their differences aside or are sometimes friends, sometimes enemies. And I liked that dynamic of having 2 heroes be each other's nemesis as well as a duo for bettering the world. I like the concept that one of the girls is more of a geek outcast. Her powers stem more from like mysticism and magic. She's like a forthright witch, and then fourth generation witch, and then the other girl is more of your meta-human, super-powered, popular, everyone likes her, and just this clash of girl versus girl. Now, I'm wondering if you have a favorite thing, including my favorite other thing besides comic books, Bubbles. Do you like Bubbles? Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Comic Report. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should check out Girl vs. Girl. It's a great comic book, and pretty soon it'll be like a real comic book, in like a comic book with like writings and drawings and color, and it's going to be absolutely super cool, amazing, and I hope you check it out. If you haven't checked it out, you can follow the link to the Kickstarter, and if you have any extra money, I'm sure you could donate some, and then you would get the first issue and maybe even the second issue, and then pretty soon it'll be in comic book stores across this entire country and the whole world, and then there will be so many of these comic books that you'll be able to find them anywhere. So, I'm Brian Butterbee, and this was another episode of the Comic Report.